We're back in studio, and we have a live DJ in studio, DJ Kadane with us. And that's so appropriate because we are talking about music right now. And my next guest, Ayana Belgrave Lewis, Chief Executive Officer. Good morning.
Good morning.
And you brought with you David Burrow, Distribution Coordinator, but artist as well, right? You might have to do a little thing for me before you go.
Imagine that.
Yeah, it's the season. I know you came prepared. You came prepared. All right, so this is the season, one of the seasons for COTT. But let's start by talking about exactly what does COTT do. Yes. David? Okay.
Well, COTT is a CMO, Collective Management Organization. We are responsible for licensing the use of music, collecting license fees associated with that use of music,
right,
and distributing those fees as royalties to the members that we represent.
Okay.
And we represent not only local members, not only members of songwriters and publishers of Trinidad and Tobago, but also those of our affiliated societies overseas.
Where you have the reciprocals, for example.
Yes,
so
indeed.
you collect here and you send back to them.
Yes.
They collect there
and they
send back to us.
Yes.
So that means our artists can collect royalties from all around the world because of these reciprocals.
Yes,
I'm going off script a little bit, but how many reciprocals? I remember there was about 60 at one point.
Just about that.
The same 60. Okay. What are some of the challenges then that you face with regard to collecting? Or do you still face challenges, or people know that, I have to get my COTT license?
We would think in a country where music is so vibrant that people would understand the need to get a license. What we find happening is, while the majority of music users understand the need for a license, there are those that believe that they have a choice, that they can shop around and see which license is the cheaper license and that they would want to go with that license. Yes, it still happens. But what they don't understand is, in doing that, when they pay a cheaper license or they pay another CMO, the creators of the music that we represent, they don't get paid.
Right.
Because the monies are now paid to someone else. So music users need to understand that they need to pay the CMO that represents the music that they're using. Yeah, so that's something challenges.
And how does COTT differ from other collective management organizations, as you say, CMOs? How does COTT differ? And my next question is, how would the user know who represents who?
Okay. COTT differs in terms of, one, we have the largest local membership. We have over 4,000 members, as well as David would have mentioned earlier, we also have reciprocal agreements.
Right.
So we have reciprocal agreements with organizations within the Caribbean as well as international organizations around the world. We also do quarterly distributions. It's out there that we do distributions. I've not heard of any other organization doing distributions, especially as frequently as we do ours. We also differ in terms of our reporting mandates.
Yes.
We need to report to CSAC, which is the international, the umbrella body for collective management organizations. So we have to report to CSAC.
So that talks to good governance.
Good governance, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the question about how do we know? So if you're promoting a fest and you need to get a license and you have an artist and so on, how would you know who, if COTT represents?
There's one statement that I will make in response to that. Promoters and music users cannot play music in Trinidad and Tobago without using COTT's repertoire. That's undiluted, and I see that without any apology.
Because of the magnitude of the membership?
Yes, because of the music that we represent.
And is it also because of the reciprocals as well?
Yes, indeed. Okay. Because we represent the foreign music as well.
Right, okay.
All right, so a music user cannot play music in Trinidad and Tobago without using COTT's repertoire. So if there's one license you have to get is a COTT license.
So what happens if you pay to somebody else?
If you pay to somebody else, then at best, all the music, you have to play the repertoire that belongs to that CMO.
Okay.
Right? And if it is, you pay to them and you play the repertoire of other CMO or COTT's repertoire, then it means that our music is not represented by that license.
So you have to pay both?
Yes.
If you're
using the repertoire of 2 or 3 CMOs, yes, you have to pay.
Okay. And some people are saying that COTT's fee is too high, too expensive. What do you say to the promoters about that?
We can understand from their perspective what they're saying, because in addition to the copyright fees, they also have other expenditure. But they also need to recognize that when you pay a COTT license, you pay for both local and international music, as well as we are now doing both copyright and neighboring rights. So it's a one-stop shop.
We're doing
one-stop
neighboring rights now.
Yes.
Okay. All
So when you pay our license fee, because of the magnitude of our repertoire as well as the international repertoire, you're covered.
But
You're fully
give,
covered.
but
just
it's
for
gotta be
those who
that
don't know
precise.
exactly what you mean when you say neighboring rights.
Neighboring rights, copyright is the property of the creators of the music, the creators and the publishers of the music. So there's the composers, authors, and publishers of the music. Neighboring rights resides when when music is fused in a fixation, a CD, an MP3, a DVD.
Okay. A film.
So, yes.
Okay.
So when music is played using that fixation, then compensation has to be given for the neighboring rights owners who are the producers and performers on that fixation.
Oh, so the producers, you represent the producers, right?
Yes.
So if you have a master, so usually the
The
producer.
master rights owners, yes.
So you represent that
Yes,
now?
yes,
So you don't
yes.
necessarily have to go to the producers anymore to get the master rights if you want to use a
Well,
song?
it depends on how
'Cause
you're
that
going to
used
use
to be
it.
a kind
It's
of
how you're going to use it.
Visit an advertisement, for example.
We represent broadcast and public performance. The producers will retain the right to license for like use of an advertisement
Okay.
or something like that.
All right.
But so we represent for the license fees of
Can somebody
broadcast.
come and sit down with you guys? Because, it's persons out there might be like, oh, that's a lot of rights. That's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
It is,
Can I
yes,
come
yes.
in and sit with someone in court
anytime.
and go
Yes.
through that sort of
Yes,
thing? They
indeed.
can't, you offer
Yes,
that
of course.
service?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
If there's call,
Yeah.
let us know when you want to come and we sit with you on the next meeting.
All right.
It can be
Sounds good.
can be confusing though.
Yes, it can be. But I guess you just want to do the right thing. And final question before we get a little something. I want to leave a little extra time because I have to get a little something.
Well-
Yes, I agree.
Yes, we're in the season, and you agree, right, Diana? That's your CEO.
Right.
In terms of different levels, like a sliding scale, because I get that question all the time. If it's like a charity having an event or people doing something, because you have to pay copyright, is it that persons can come and request a certain dispensation with regard to the fees, or it's one fee across the board?
Yeah.
Or people do that?
Yeah,
They do.
yeah.
And our tariffs also speak to different scales. So
Right.
as well, schools, charitable organization, their fees, their tariffs, the tariffs that we
Yeah.
use for those organizations will be different from the tariffs we use for other organizations. So it's built into our tariffs.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, I want to support COTT because COTT supports the music, and the more the artists can be paid, is the better music we can get. And you're seeing the quality of the music as it improves and it
feeling the
improves.
quality
I like how you're feeling it. Give me something.
Yeah.
Get in. Let me pull up.
Oh.
No, pull up because this is an extempo man here.
Extempo, you say no.
What you gonna do?
I love vintage calypso.
Okay, vintage.
Oh, geez,
Vintage.
I-
I know you extempo for me already though, but don't try that. Vintage right
I
now.
was drinking, was I?
You want ready? Take us to the
After-
break with something nice. Oh, you want music?
Yes, I heard when you die after burial, you have to come back as some insect or animal. Yes, I heard when you die after burial, you have to come back as some insect or animal. Well, if it's so, I don't want to be a monkey, neither a sheep or goat or donkey. My brother say he want to come back a hog, not spoiler. I want to be a bed bug just because I'm going to bite them young ladies' partner like a hot dog or a hamburger. And if you know your tin, don't be in a fright. It's only big fat wave men are going to buy.
I wanna fall! We're taking a few messages. Come right back here on the Now Morning Show.
Dear promoter,